Hi everyone, this is Sandeep. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I am going to talk about two key indicators which I use when I evaluate to invest in the stocks or in the ETF. One is the relative strength close to Nifty. So this shows how well or how bad it is performing with respect to Nifty. And I also do a modified RSI, which is relative strength index. So I will take an example and I will explain in detail both of them. So for example, I have taken this, let's take for example Bankbees. Okay, so basically Bankbees is a collection of the top banks in India, both the private and the public sector banks. Now if you are not comfortable investing in one bank, you can invest in a basket of banks, and you can invest in, for example, Nippon India. It is an ETF, so you can track it like a share, and it's much safer than investing individual share. However, this is restricted to a particular sector, which is the banking sector. Now for example, how this works is, when this indicator, when it is in red for the relative strength close Nifty, it is not performing well. When it is in green, which means it's performed better than Nifty 50. Nifty 50 is a collection of top 50 stocks in India. Now for the period 30th October 20 to 11th May 21, it performed much better than Nifty. Now however, let's say since 29 July, so till now, it's not given great returns compared to Nifty. Nifty has performed better than this, or it's been quite flat. So this can help you decide over a long term. This is, I'm taking a daily chart. You can decide when do you want to enter, when do you want to exit. It's a good tool for assessing when your time to entry and time to exit. Okay. Now next one is modified RSI. This is relative strength index. So this, in a daily chart, if you see, you get to see the overbought, which is down, and the oversold regions. Now bear in mind, the problem with this RSI is the overbought region can continue for a very long time. The oversold region can exist for a very long time. Now what you can do is, you can use this to time the market. And let's say buying this, so you can always buy on dips. So for example, if you're invested in 30th September 20, if you're invested on 26th April when the markets are bottomed out, or even during 6th August, during 21st December, during 14th March, if you're invested in these periods, now you'll be sitting with a decent or a good profit. However, if you invest in the top, which all the retail investors do, that is when the problem starts. Then you buy on top and people complain, oh, it's gone down. That's because you brought at a higher level. So if you had been patient, for example, right now Bankbees 385, if you brought at this, you would have been sitting on loss. However, if you brought on this time 300, you save around 70 rupees per share, ETF share. So that's the advantage of it. Helps you to time your market better. But ultimately, timing the market, if you think from that perspective, is always good to buy on dips and be patient and wait for the market to rise. Have a long-term horizon of 3 to 4 years or 5 years. That helps you to make money. So I'll give you one more example. Let's say I brought on 13th October, it was 386. However, if you're invested on 4th Jan, 354, 30 rupees you save. So you get to save money. So money earned is money, money saved is money earned. So primarily these are the two indicators I use. So you need to bear in mind that markets can be, this RSI when it goes down, and let's say again if it goes down, doesn't mean the stock is going up. It also means the stock is going down. So while it's going down, it can be oversold. While the stock is going on a downtrend, it can be oversold or overbought. So that's what it doesn't show you. RSI doesn't show you the super trend, like whether is it continuously going down or continuously going up. It only shows, okay, now people are buying more, now people are buying less, and you can time your decision. So you can buy when people are selling, and you can sell when people are buying a lot. It makes your overall selling and buying experience easier. And this is what I do. These are the two important parameters I use. They work well in a sideways market, where market is neither going up or down, it goes within a particular range, and it's also okay for a trending market also. So yeah, this is my video. Yeah, please let me know if you're following any other technical indicator. Please subscribe to this video, to my channel, like this video, and please press the bell icon for notification. Thank you so much, and if you have any queries, let me know. Have a nice day. Thank you.